What's going on, family? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world. Last video I did, I kind of showed you guys about, or told you guys about my Telegram and live trading. And someone commented and asked, how do I determine where I put my stop loss? So I thought in this video, I will show you what I do when I come to the charts. So this will determine where I put my take profits, where I put my stop loss, and yeah, we can go right in. So let's get right into it. Here on Euro USD, and as you see, I am here on a daily chart. So this means that each candle represents the price action in one day, right? So let's just focus on this area right here. So we're just going to focus on this area right here because this is a good example when it comes to price action. This is the perfect example. So when you're talking about where should I enter, how do you know where price is going to react? How do you know when price is going to go up? How do you know when price is going to go down? So as you see these big green candles, this means that there are buyers at this level of 1.16200, let's say, and the buyers pushed the market all the way up to 1.18064. So that's well over, 1,000 points or 1,000 ticks, you would say. So this is the area that I will be focusing on. So usually I will stretch out a point where buyers were very strong. And if you even look back a little bit more in this area, this was a area of, if you break it down to this area here, this was an area of support that came resistance. So if I stretch this all the way out here, support means it was a floor. So as you see here, this is kind of like a floor where it popped back up. And then once you come this way, we see that this became a ceiling a couple times, 3 times actually. So this is telling me that this is a strong level of reaction, if it's going to be buyers or if it's going to be sellers. So this is how I kind of determine the levels where I will look for entries and where I will look to put my stop loss or put my take profit. And like I say, this is on a daily chart. So of course, I do a top-down analysis, meaning that I will go on a higher time frame first and mark out these levels, right? So this is a level that I will mark out here to let me know, okay, this was a strong level where buyers were in control and it pushed the market up. And then I will mark the top of this level also to let me know, okay, this was where sellers were in the market and pushed the market down. So this is giving me a clear understanding of where buyers are and where sellers are. So as you see, once the market came up to this level here, it pushed right down, right? As you see, it came up and then it pushed all the way down back to that level. So if you have not joined my Telegram group, check the links in the description because I actually called this trade out. I want to say 2 weeks ago. December. Wednesday, December. I called the trade out and it pushed all the way down to this level. And now this week is actually coming into where I'm calling buys out. So sometimes I try to hold the position for a couple days, just depending on how I move my stop loss up and everything like that. So this is a perfect example. That's why I chose these levels here. So as you know, this is a daily time frame. So just for the video's sake, I am going to drop down to the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame means that each candle represents the price action that happened in 30 minutes, right? So as we see here, we still see our box here, our strong support level at this time. And we see prices trying to break out. Price is really trying to break out of this zone. It came down, tapped in, and continued to push up. It's making higher highs and higher lows. So that is a good sign where price could come back to a certain level and we can catch this. So I actually called this trade out in my Telegram. I'm actually in a trade right now, holding a buy. My stop loss will be below this level. So for example, and I will show you right here actually, so you guys can see the trade that I called out, and it is literally live right now. It is working. It is I'm in 2 positions, and I'm just going to hold it because my stop loss is below these swing lows here. So a swing low is meaning, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys won't be a little confused. So I actually got in at this level of 1.453, right? So I got in there, but I will bring my stop loss up right below these swing lows. So sometimes it will be below like liquidity. So liquidity means that there's loose change in the market, where the market will go grab this loose change. So if you see this right here and right here, you can see that the market the market could come down here and grab this before it continued to push up. So that's kind of what's happening right now as I'm looking at it. So I'm going to be patient, and that's why we have our stop loss in place. So we won't just allow the trade to, take us all the way down here and lose a lot of money. So, trading is very, very emotional, and you have to have risk management, because if you do not, you're going to lose a lot of money. So that's for the stop loss. Stop loss, and now I can mark this level out so you guys can see it. So here, I enter here, and all of this is in my Telegram. I break it down pretty good. So make sure you join the Telegram. Any questions at all, you can ask me. The one-on-one trading link is in the description too. So if you need help to understand what I'm talking about, to see on a deeper level how to really get in trades and how to get out of trades, or just knowing what a candlestick is and things of that nature, the links will be in the description. So for my take profit, my TP, usually I will look for positions where it was a previous ceiling or a previous support, right? So this area right here, this was a strong support level turned to resistance, right? So already I called the trade out, and I already took take profit 1. Take profit 1 is gone, right? Usually after that happens and I have a confirmation of the market is going to continue to push up, I will move my stop loss up to take profit 1. So this area for me will be take profit 1. Then I look for another like support / resistance. So I will drag this all the way up to this area here. So this would be my take profit 3. So I will look for price to come up here, and this is probably, I will hold it all week, right? So that's my take profit 3. My take profit 2 will be right here, right in the middle. So there's always levels where you can choose and see where price can go. So these are the levels that I focus on. And as you see here, all right, let me move this for you guys so you guys can see. So this is the area that I chose for take profit 1. This is an area for take profit 2. And this is the area for take profit 3. So as you guys see, it's like a ceiling that's happening. So it's called like a resistance, where price will go up and bounce back down. Price will go up and bounce back down. Price will go up and bounce back down. So those are my take profit areas. So as the trade is continuing to play out and continue to push up, I am going to continue to move once this gets a little bit more than halfway, closer to my take profit 2, I will move my stop loss to my take profit 1, so I will not lose any money. So the same thing when it comes to take profit 2. Once it get a little bit more than halfway close to take profit 3, I will move my stop loss up to take profit 2 and continue to hold. So that's basically how I break down the charts. This is how I look at it. It's really not that hard. It's very simple, but you have to be consistent with it. You have to really be patient. You really got to be patient, but the most important thing is to be consistent. If you really want to learn this skill set, you got to know the market. You got to know the terminologies. You got to know how price is moving and when is price going to move certain times of the day. London session and New York session. For me, the London session opens at 1:30 p.m. my time. The New York session opens at 6:30 p.m. my time. You get what I'm saying? So you just have to understand the times. You have to know how price is going to react. You got to know when price was accumulating. Is it going to manipulate now, or is it going to distribute now? So it's the skill set that you really have to get down, and you really have to be consistent with. So that's why I created this Telegram group. And of course I do one-on-ones. Check the links in the description. And of course I trade live every single day. So if you are interested in trading live, I usually trade gold or the NASDAQ 100 live every day as soon as the market open. I use a different strategy from the one that I just showed you, but the strategy that I use when I trade when the market open is called the open range break. So basically I'm looking for a candle to break either the top or the bottom of the first 5-minute or 15-minute candle, and go from there. But that's something that you really have to pay attention to, and you really got to be a little bit more experienced with. So if you are interested, check the links in the description. And guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions, leave them down below. Leave a comment. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I will talk to you next one. Shalom.